Okay, hello everybody who may be watching. Captain Jack here with an unscheduled live stream, and with me via Discord is my good buddy YourSimCFI. CFI, how you doing today, man?
Not bad yourself, Jack.
Doing good, doing good. So we're sitting here in the PMDG 737 at Denver International, and what we're going to do today, guys, in this unscheduled live stream is we're going to be doing some flight training. We're going to actually hand fly the 737 around quite a bit. I'm going to follow some of SimCFI's directions. He's going to put me through some paces, and we'll do a couple of landings. We'll see what happens here and just kind of have fun for about an hour or so. SimCFI, you and I've done this before. Tell us a little bit about what you're going to put me through, and I'll finish getting the airplane set up here.
Sure, yeah. So, a bit about me before is I used to be a flight instructor a while back, and what we're going to do today is something just that builds core flying skills. It's a pretty simple task, but you'll be surprised at how many people will struggle with it. And so that's what we're going to do today. Basically, speed, heading, and altitude, the three main things. How to maintain all three. No autopilot, no auto throttle, no flight directors.
No flight directors, no auto throttle.
No nothing. Using the primary flight display, and that's it.
You're going to make me work, and we're gonna see how bad I really am here. Okay, yeah. So we're sitting here on the runway. Do we want to put anything at all in the in the FMC? Do we want to do anything at all?
You could set up maybe the approach for later, but other than that, you won't really need much.
I'll tell you what. We'll let me use enough autopilot to be able to set up an approach after we get up in the air and do some stuff. Okay, so we're sitting on runway 16 right or 17 right here at Denver International. I've got an altitude of 10,000 feet set. We are using the WinWings FCU, We'll get started here. This is going to be fun and very interesting to start with. So I'm going to go to my cam to throttle view here, and I'm going to put that up to where you guys can see it. And all right, I'm going to go ahead and put the brakes on, and we're going to increase our throttle up to 50%. There we go. And we're going to get started. We've got slight nose down pressure. And we're going to go ahead and get full takeoff speed here. If you guys are actually watching and somebody shows up in the chat, I'll say hi to you here as I can. But SimCFI is going to be putting me through some real paces here. There's 80 knots checked. We're going to keep on going down the runway here. Whoa, I think I'm getting hit by some tailwind there, CFI.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a good excuse to use.
No kidding. I've got a tailwind on this thing, and we're using up an awful lot of runway just to take off here. Okay, there's 140 knots. Let's pull back on the yoke. Fly the runway heading.
Positive rate of climb.
We'll go ahead and get the gear up. Oh, and I got my Bravo throttle lights working, too. That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Okay, so there we go. We're at 170 knots. I'm going to pitch down just a little bit. We're at 5,900 feet, 6,000 feet. Hey, guys, if you're watching, smash that thumbs up button for me. I sure would appreciate it. I'm going to go flaps 1. And we're just holding our climb here. And while we're holding this climb, I'm gonna pop my instruments out down on my lower monitor just to where I can see them a little bit better. So, okay. All right. You are the pilot in command, CFI. What do we want to do?
Cool. Let's do runway heading for now. So it looks like heading on 171, and we'll accelerate 250 knots.
Okay.
And let's do 8,000 feet. So 8,000 feet, 250 knots, runway head.
8,000 feet, runway heading, and 250 knots.
Correct.
Okay, I'm just setting those.
And we'll use basic flight test standards as plus or minus 100 feet in the altitude, plus or minus 10 on the speed.
Well, this is really weird.
On the heading.
You know, I may be having a bit of a problem. My throttle's not working. Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
Or no, it's not that the throttle's not working. The yoke wasn't working. Now, why would we have this happen here? Yeah, Alpha's on. Yeah, Alpha's and it's lit up. Yeah, everything's fine.
And the FMA has no autopilot or anything on it already, I assume. Oh, yeah,
Okay, now, hang on. Now I've got it. All right.
That's weird.
Yeah, that was weird. Okay.
We'll make it 9,000 feet from a heading to 250.
Okay.
So we're coming up on 9,000 pretty quick.
Yep. So I got to get the nose down. We get some trim down here. Beanie Baby Prod is here. Beanie Baby Prod, we're doing a unscheduled flight stream here with some training for SimCFI. Looks like we got some other folks in there too. So guys, let me know if you're watching in the chat. I'll look over and acknowledge you as I have time. So right now, though, I want to trim out for, I'm about 9,200 feet. We're trying to get 250 knots established because I'm using.
Flaps.
Yep.
Up.
Yep. Flaps up. Okay. Flaps are up.
And then once you get where you think you're wanting to go, let me know when you're ready, and we'll keep going. For right now, we can adjust to the right as the heading has slipped a little bit.
Yep. See, that's the thing in hand flying these things, guys. There's an awful lot you got to watch and try to keep. Okay, let's see if I can hit 250 there. I climbed to 9,400 feet. Hey, Micah, hello. I clocked out a little earlier, and we're doing a little flight training here with SimCFI. So right now, though, I'm trying to get back to 9,000 feet and hold my. Well, I tell you, when you don't use your autopilot, she gets kind of cranky with you, huh?
Less is more.
Less is more.
So if you let go of the yoke right now, I assume the airplane's going to stay in the descent that you have it in?
Yep.
Right? So see how it went nose down? That tells me that you're not trimmed correctly.
We're not trimmed correctly.
Before trimming, you're going to pull the yoke up first to where the airplane should be flying. Don't fly the plane with trim. Fly the plane with the yoke first.
That's what I'm doing.
Once it's there, you trim it, and as you're trimming, you relieve the pressure on the yoke.
Okay, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm at 8,700 feet at the moment.
Perfect. So we'll get back 250 knots, 9,000 runway heading up 171 roughly. Again, you have tolerances in there as well, as I mentioned earlier, plus or minus.
Okay. Man, this is, tricky to just fly and hold a standard. Boy, I'm almost there, but.
Yeah, you'll notice that the nose again is bobbing. So something you're fighting the airplane again. We're not trimmed again, so you'll have to keep that trim going.
Keep that trim going. Okay.
So right now we're to nose up. If you want nose down, first push the yoke to where you want it to go. So move the airplane down physically.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Hold that, and then trim as you're holding it there.
Yep.
And that's a very small little movements. We can decrease or we can increase our speed a little bit there. And you're just keeping a scan of speed heading altitude, speed heading altitude, speed heading altitude. Keep going across. Left to right, basically in the PFD. Speed's coming up. Heading's pretty good. Altitude, we're descending back to 9,000. Coming up quickly there.
Yeah, we're going to trim it back.
So first fly it. We never fly with trim.
Yeah.
Fly with the yoke.
Fly with the yoke.
Once you're there.
Hey, Micah, welcome. Micah, yeah, I'm glad you're in here, buddy. Okay, so this is the closest I've been so far. I'm on heading. I'm at 232 knots, but now I'm climbing again as we just try to fly level.
And so as you add thrust, the nose is going to go up. So add more thrust, and then you have to push the nose down a little bit to compensate for that addition in thrust, right?
Right.
And so that's going to help you keep level while accelerating. And you'll have to retrim again for it. You're constantly going to be trimming.
Yep, I see that.
Then as you get to 250, once you decrease your throttle, less thrust, less lift, or speed, I should say, which results in less lift, you'll have to bring the nose back up manually.
And now
won't be much. It'll be just very little bit.
Now we're at 9,200 feet.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
Yeah.
And as long as you, even on a real flight test, the tolerance is plus or minus 100 feet. If you go past that 100 feet like you did right there and make a very quick correction,
I failed.
You'll get a 2. You're allowed. There's a certain number of 2s you can get. A 1 is a failure. A 2 is a major error with correction. A 3 is a minor error with correction, and a 4 is no error performed correctly, basically.
Okay, let's see if I can get back down to 9,000 feet. I'm right around 253 knots. Let's Get that trim back up. So, guys, hello, Owls is here. Guys, again, what we're doing is we're doing just some manual flight training with YourSimCFI, an unscheduled stream. I just popped it up, thought we'd do this. And we're going to go through some paces here with YourSimCFI. So right now, CFI, I'm at about 244 knots. I'm right at, well, I was right under 9,100 feet. We'll get that nose back up just a little bit. Nope, now I'm climbing. And we're just totally hand flying the airplane. No autopilot, no nothing. And this video will be here for you guys to look at a later time and try some of this manual flight stuff this SimCFI is putting me through right now. So I need to get back down to 9,100 feet. And I tell you what, we're not even going to look outside too much. I'm going to bring that up to where you guys can see it. And I'm just trying to fly by the instruments and stay at 250, 9,000 feet, a heading of 171. We're just south of Denver in the sim.
And as I said earlier, I think we talked about off stream as well, that it sounds very simple and trivial, but we're just still trying to get straight and level. Once we've accomplished straight and level, and I start giving you more turns, different speeds and things, is where it starts to get a bit harder as well.
Yeah.
But you'll notice even straight and level will be causing some issues. So yeah, we can raise that nose. The speed's good.
Yeah, you think? See how quickly you drop 300 feet and everything's right on the money.
Yeah, well, you got 300 feet to go, and we're climbing up 500 a minute. So I'd push down a little bit because you're going to be getting to 1,000 or 9,000 pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I'd start pushing down already. And the way we fly it is put a correction on the yoke, wait and see what happens, then make another correction. If you're overcorrecting, it'll just lead to basically what's happening now is pilot-induced oscillation, up, down, faster, slower.
Yeah, we're just about 80 feet under.
Yeah, it's so close. This is where you can kind of use a little tiny bit of trim here and there, but it's very, very small.
Okay, there's my 9,000 feet, but I'm going to be over it. Yeah, so I'm wondering how many guys actually ever try to really hand fly the airplane so much except on landing and takeoff. Now how did I do that? One little lapse of concentration and look away.
And this is why the autopilot is why we have it, right? So in the airline world is to offset the workload between the two pilots. Once the autopilot's on, I can focus on other things as well and assist the PM in his duties. This is looking nice. Very small corrections. I want to use your fingertips.
Yeah,
you don't have to grip the yoke. Don't get the white knuckle blood crushing grip. 2 fingers, 3 fingertips. All you need. Very small little movements.
So it's taken me all this time to get to 250 and 9,000. Yeah, it's really tricky to hold right in here.
Yeah, and it's looking like roughly this is about 5 degrees nose up. Now you have some sort of a datum point on your PFD, so put your nose back to that 5 degree line. Go right there.
Yep.
There you go. So that's the 2.5 degree line, and just above is the 5.
Yep.
So it looks like just slightly shy of that 5 is where it was nice and level.
Yep.
That will change depending on density, altitude, and speed, and all sorts of things. But currently, 9,250 at this pressure is about 4.5 degrees up or so. So now you have that for later. Then your back pocket. So next time you want to go level, 4.5 degrees.
Yep.
Right there.
Need to come up
Cool.
a little bit.
We're only 4 degrees off heading. That's no problem. That's very easy to correct for. But that's well within the tolerances. So it's very hard to fly within a degree.
Now, explain to me, they do this training with you for real, right?
So in the airline world, you'll do this on your very first, maybe your second sim, just to get used to the airplane, and then you'll never touch it again. But in the private pilot-wise, this is the foundational flying will be done. The first lesson will be attitudes and movements, where you learn how to the attitudes outside, nose high, nose low, cruise attitude. Then you lose the movements, pitch, yaw, roll. You get accompanied with that, but as you progress through the foundation, we do this where I'll just start assigning you speeds and headings and altitudes to see all the puzzle pieces come together. So not because once we've gone through turns, once we've gone through climbs and ascents and all individual lessons, we put them all together in an exercise like this.
Very good. Okay, so we've gotten fairly stable here. Trying to hold my heading, hold my speed, hold my altitude at a certain point.
Yeah, and this is all good. This is all within tolerances. This is all fine. So now we can start giving you some. We're gonna start disrupting this straight and level, if you're ready.
Okay, let's just take a look at the airplane here. I'm flying by my instruments on my one screen, and just see what this kind of looks like. Oh, we're almost down to Colorado Springs. Man, if I look away from the instruments for just a second, though, it really teases with you.
And then I'll just add something as well. Depending on what airline you go to, at my company, they actually encourage hand flying. You can't go above 29,000 feet because then you're in RVSM airspace, which requires autopilot. But I've flown the RJ up to 25,000 feet.
Wow.
All hand flown.
That's amazing.
And they encourage it during the training section in the line of dock, and even some captains are fine with it as well on the regular line. But they encourage it so you get kind of used to the plane. It's a really good way to get one with the airplane.
Okay.
If you're not used to it.
Once again, guys, we're in the 737-800, nearly to Colorado Springs, Colorado from Denver. We're just simply hand flying. We're doing some training today with YourSimCFI in a unscheduled live stream. I clocked out a little bit early, and we're going to fool around with this for a while. And there we go, man. That's about the most stable I've been the whole time. Yeah, just some little slight adjustments, and that needle staying staying.
That's all good.
No, we're tolerant here, right?
Yeah, 100%. That's all going to bob and weave. You're supposed to get out of the -10 on the speed, but you can correct that within. You're not past it just yet, but that's an easy correction. So
yeah.
Also, when you're making a correction, it doesn't happen immediately. So don't think, hey, we're decelerating, let me add a bit more power, like a lot more power. Add a bit of power, see what happens. Nothing happens.
That's kind of what I did, yeah.
Yeah, and so that's what we do. As long as you've recognized that, hey, this is wrong, I'm correcting it, and you do start correcting it, you're good. If you start correcting it and you don't correct it, is where the problems start to happen. So.
Right.
But yeah, we're looking good. So let me know when we're ready. We'll disrupt this straight and level flight. We'll give you we'll start with some simple stuff, and then we'll change it up.
Okay.
So the simple one, it sounds simple, but there's actually some moving parts in here. I want you to accelerate to 270 knots, but stay level at 9,000 on the same heading.
Stay level at 9,000, same heading, 270 knots. Yeah, you think? I don't think. Holy smokes, come on, baby, get back down there.
So go back to straight and level 250 at 9. We'll try again. This time I'll explain what we're gonna do.
Okay.
You can kind of restabilize yourself. Any altitude you want, to be honest, as long as you get stable at 250. We'll just start it there to save some time.
Yeah, guys, you wouldn't mind smash that thumbs up button for me. Those of you who may be watching, maybe you're even watching the replay. Would appreciate that. That would be great. Trying to get back to 250 and 9,000. I'm at 257 and 9240. Holding heading just fine.
Yeah, that's looking pretty good. We can start from here. So initially, when you did it before, you went and just jammed the power up.
Yeah.
What happens when you add thrust in an airplane, especially with the engines under the wing like
that? There's gonna be more lift, and the nose is gonna go up.
Exactly, and the reason is this airplane does not have fly-by-wire at all. However, just physics-wise, you have currently trimmed for level flight at 200 or at 250 knots at 9,200 roughly. As soon as you add thrust, that stabilator is not moving unless you add elevator. So that stabilator is set for 250. You add some thrust, the nose is going to start coming up. That's more thrust. That's excessive thrust than the stabilator is set for.
Right.
So it's going to start naturally pitching for 250. Not computer, but naturally, physically by the airplane's design through the air. So this time, once you get all level, we're going to add a little bit of thrust and keep adding continuous thrust to about 80%. We don't need something crazy on the N1. And you're also going to add a tiny bit of nose down pressure, maybe even trim for a little bit to compensate.
Okay, well, I'm off my heading.
Yeah, that's fine. You can get back stable, and I'll talk it through again.
Trying to hold that attitude indicator about where I know it should be.
Yeah, now that you got the datum point, you can work off that.
Yeah. Eventually, we're going to need to turn back towards Denver here.
Yeah, we'll get you a turn going.
I'm getting down near Pueblo right now. Oh, you know, boy. I tell you, you don't pay attention to one thing for just a second.
Yeah, and if you don't get it right away, you just keep doing this over and over and over again. You'll start to build that in your brain.
Yeah.
Speed heading altitude, speed heading altitude.
Oh,
This
man,
is really just the core
now
foundation.
I'm so low. Speed's good, heading's good, altitude's off. Although it's coming back.
Yeah, right back to that 4.5 degree or so. Good thing about a sim is it's free, so you're not paying.
That's right. Okay, why am I going down? Tell you guys, this is tough. I'd be really curious to see.
I could start my sim and stream mine as well. I don't know if you can show mine, but I could do a side-by-side with you if you wanted as well.
Yeah, I'm not real sure how I could do that right now.
Yeah, no worries. Save it for next time.
I'm at 8,700 feet. Come on.
Yeah,
What?
you know 4.5 will be level, so go maybe 6 degrees or just north of 4.5 for a little bit.
Yep.
Add a bit of thrust for the climb. And once you get to about 89 something, 89.50, bring yourself back to 4.5.
Okay.
So you'll and the vertical speed, don't trust that vertical speed. That's very delayed. That happens. The vertical speed is 10 seconds after what happened.
See, that's good to know because I've been looking at that vertical speed needle go up and down.
Yeah. So for example, if you wanted to test it, we can get rid of the restriction. Very quickly, bring yourself to about a 15-degree nose-up pitch, and watch what happens to the vertical speed. Watch how long it takes to settle the number. Quickly, faster. That's too slow. It'll keep up with that. And then if you go back to level, just push down back to level. Look how it's still saying climb, descent, right?
Yeah.
So that's how delayed that is. It's a
Okay.
good 3 to 5 seconds. So put yourself at 4.5. Hold it there for a bit. Let the vertical speed catch up. So bring yourself to 4.5.
Okay.
Wait for the vertical speed to catch up. And notice we're level.
We're level. Yeah.
Yeah. So the vertical speed is the most delayed. The artificial horizon will be what's happening. The altimeter is a little ahead of the vertical speed as well. So if you start to see the altimeter starting to move, I'd rather use the altimeter than the vertical speed.
You know, we don't have the altimeter setting for this area here either. We didn't set that ahead of time. I should have. So.
You can just click Bravo, B on the keyboard.
Yeah, that'll work. Okay.
There you go.
3004. Okay.
Cool. So we'll start from here. We'll do the same thing once you're all level, 4.5 degrees or so, and let the vertical speed kind of catch up.
Yep.
And all you're going to do is you're going to simultaneously add thrust to about roughly 80% on the N1. You're going to do this nice slow acceleration, and at the same time, you're going to add some nose down pressure to maintain that 4.5 or so.
4.5
or
whatever.
So. Whatever's needed to maintain level.
Yep.
So the nose is starting to come up. You can pitch down a tiny bit.
Yep.
And hold that right there. Now you can accelerate quicker, but we're not going to do that today. We're just keeping it nice and simple. Push down a bit more. Because now as we're starting to accelerate, 4.5 may not keep you level, so it might be about 4 or 3 degrees.
Yeah. Definitely too much.
That's fine. We're doing pretty good. Yeah, give yourself some trim.
Yeah, a little trim there. Staying right at about 9,200. We're a little over speed, but.
No, we're not. 280 knots there, so let's
280?
back up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, nose back. Okay, boy, you just go. You look away for a half second, man.
Yeah, bring that nose back up to about 4 degrees.
Get back to level.
There you go. We'll get back up to 9,000. You can add a tiny bit of thrust for this little bit of climb that you're doing. You're about to level up anyways, though.
Yep.
That's pretty good. You can nose up trim a bit. And again, you can keep trying to see what trim you need. If you just let go of the yoke, where does the nose fall?
It's going
So
down.
I should
Yeah.
say. Going down, so you need to trim nose up.
Yep.
There
280,
it is.
88.20, and on heading.
Perfect. We're a little low, but that's fine. You'll notice that at a faster speed, look at the difference between pitch. Now that we're faster,
Yeah.
now we're at 2.5 degrees. Do you know why that happens? Why is it less pitch to maintain altitude at faster speed?
Because of the lift ratio that we're getting from the speed to the angle of attack.
Yeah, we're going faster, so we require less angle of attack to keep the various altitude that we've selected. So basically that's it. So as you know that as you keep accelerating, you're gonna start pitching down even more and more and more and more. And if you started to slow down, 250, 240, 230, your nose is gonna go up, 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 up to maintain the altitude.
Copy that. Hey guys, what do you think in the chat? Sure would appreciate knowing what you think about a little impromptu flight training here with YourSimCFI. And don't forget to smash that thumbs up button for me. I appreciate it. An unscheduled live stream today with a little flight training. Yeah, and once you get this thing trimmed out and you get your speed set, I've had my hands off the yoke for quite some time. I'm kind of holding, give another little smatter of trim there. Holding our 171 heading. So yeah.
That's it. Poor man's autopilot is the trim.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, as you guys can see, my hands are totally off the yoke.
Poor man's weather radar is the ADF.
Use the ADF.
Because the ADF will, if there's lightning around, the needle will freak out and point to all the cells.
Right.
It doesn't work all that well, but that's the joke, is poor man's weather radar.
Okay, we'll increase the speed just a little.
whoever's watching to try this on themselves. You can give yourself own vectors and stuff of hold this altitude, hold this heading, accelerate, decelerate. Give it a try. It sounds easy. It's probably harder than you think. You'll notice a lot of people, even commercial students, when I was teaching, would struggle with the basic stuff. It's because most people skip the foundation, or they go. A lot of instructors go quick through it.
Yeah.
But it is important.
Trying to get back on our heading here and get our speed. We're fairly level. Just up just a little bit on that indicator. That gave us a little thrust.
Yeah. Let me know when ready, and if you're ready to do so, I'll give you a different.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm set.
Cool. You can slow back down to same altitude that you're holding currently, or you can go back up to 9.
Okay, so if we're going to slow down to 250, and see, this is where a little bit of a change, and we really want to hold that altitude, so I'm going to have to trim up a little bit, and I'm dropping altitude.
I would get trimming out of the equation. We don't trim before flying the plane. So you would reduce thrust, you would add the necessary yoke movement. If you're having to hold that yoke up, that's where you're trimming. Not, I'm going to fly the airplane with trim.
Gotcha.
The trim is only there to relieve the pressure off you holding it or pushing it.
Okay, so we're coming up on 252.
Nice. You can add that thrust back in there a bit.
Just a bit.
And you're going to know level now is roughly, again, 4 degrees.
So yeah, we're going to look for that 4-degree mark. There it is.
That's it. So now you can pretty much comfortably accelerate, decelerate. If you just keep practicing, you can accelerate a lot faster or a lot slower. You'll get very used to the airplane. Every airplane's different as well. The CRJ, when you add thrust in real life, the nose goes down. And that's because the engines are above the tail and above the CG. When you pull idle, the nose goes up initially, so it's opposite of the 7.3.
Right.
Which makes it interesting to fly. So it's a good idea to get in the plane you want to fly in the sim and just kind of do this, practice a little bit with it. can level out at whatever altitude you're currently at, and we'll start giving you some turns.
Okay.
Cool. So maintaining 250 knots,
Yeah.
and what's altitude now? About 8,500 or so. Do 8,500 feet, 250 knots. We're gonna turn right. We're heading up 270.
Just remember, there are mountains over there.
Okay. We'll keep an eye out. VFR. Call it cumulus granite.
So 250, we're holding our altitude, which means we're turning level, and you want to come to 270, you said. Okay.
Correct, yeah. And you can take your time. You don't have to start the turn. You can set up all the autopilot or all the little MCP stuff and then start your turn. That's fine as well.
No, we'll go ahead and hand fly it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I did Mach, not. Okay, we want to be at 250, and we want to be at 270.
And this turn's going really well.
Yeah. Until you said that, and then I'm a little too high.
You're all good. I'll talk about forces in a turn in a second. Once you roll out, you got a bit of time.
Okay.
Kind of did it naturally anyways. Just did
Okay, coming up on 260. Flying level. The roll out.
Yeah, perfect.
A little low, but
a little low, but the speed was pretty good, and we can correct for the altitude there.
yeah, we got to make a turn to the north here. We're going to fly up Canyon City Valley here, buddy.
Sure, you can maintain. You can continue right turn northbound, 250 knots at 85. I think you're at. I can't really see on the Discord there. 8440 looks like. So yeah, I'll call it 80.
Yeah, I can give myself a little thrust, get the nose back up to about the 4.5 mark, as you were saying.
Yeah, the turn it might be different, and I'll talk about it, but it shouldn't be too far off in a 23 bank like this.
No, I'm pretty happy with what's going on here. Okay.
And again,
start to roll out.
Trim will be different. Turn exactly, yeah. Quick one, there we go.
Get that roll back in there. Okay. All right, we're at 250. We're level at about 8260, and we're on a heading of 340.
Perfect. So the force in the turn, you actually accounted for them already, but whenever an airplane starts into a roll like that, you have a vertical component of lift when you're straight and level. You have a lift that acts perpendicular right now. It's going straight up from the wing. As you start a roll, either left or right, your lift actually splits, causing a reduction in lift. So you'll notice if you just roll the airplane to about 30 degrees and do absolutely nothing, the nose would start to go down, thus your altitude will start decreasing. So you actually accounted for it nicely. You can test it out right here if you want.
Okay, we want to do
degrees.
Roll 30 degrees.
And don't pitch or anything, just kind of roll it to 30. Kind of pitched up there a bit, but that's fine. Roll it there, let go of the yoke.
Okay.
And watch what happens here. It's going back to center. You'll have to keep holding it in that 30-degree area. But you'll notice the vertical speed is low, and we're descending. So that's natural, right? The airplane is going to lose lift in a roll in a bank and keep coming back left on heading north if you like now.
Okay.
And what's going to happen is once you roll the airplane, as you saw, the nose comes down. Thus, you're going to have to increase a little bit of thrust and add a little bit of nose up to hold speed and to hold altitude. Now, when you roll out of the turn, it's called balloon on exit. If you left the increased power and rolled out of the turn quickly, you're going to have excess lift because all that lift comes back plus your extra thrust, and it'll cause a little bit of a climbing tendency out of rolling out of a turn.
Right.
So rolling into a turn, it's going to want to descend. Rolling out of a turn, it's going to want to climb. And that's basically every airplane. It's kind of just physics, really.
Oh man, this is great. This is showing me stuff that never practiced before.
I think Aviation Geek said, "Hey-o."
Hey, how you doing, Aviation Geek, over there in Nashville? Okay, so we're gonna hold our speed. We're gonna hold our heading. We're coming down a little bit.
That's fine. Correct for it. it. So you can add, it's called, to climb back up, it's APT, attitude, power, trim. Bring the nose up a bit to about 6 degrees or so. Add your thrust to about 85 or so, just to maintain, maybe 80.
Let's see if we can get back up near 9,000 feet and hold that 250.
Exactly, attitude, power, and trim. We've set the attitude, we're adding the power nicely, and now you can trim if you need to maintain this. You as you feel.
Attitude, power, and trim.
And then to level off, it'll be the same, attitude, power, and trim. Once you get close to 9, you'll push down to the 4.5 or so, reduce your power, and retrim. Attitude, power, trim. APT, like apartment building. Apartment buildings go up. That's how we go up, APT.
Okay, there's 250. Heading is good. We're a little lower, but we'll let our edge up there. Go ahead and pull the nose up just a tad, just a little more power.
Yeah, watch the heading come back to the left there.
Yeah.
Tendency to roll to the right a lot. I don't know if that's a yoke problem or not.
Maybe a Captain Jack problem.
Let me watch the stream. What a lot of people in real life do is they rest their hand, but they rest giving a force, and the airplane will start to roll. That happens in real life a lot, especially in IF where people get stressed out. They'll start to rest their hands on things, and
Yep.
you rest your hand on the yoke.
Okay, I kind of lost everything here for a minute.
You're good. Just 4.5 degrees. And that's it. Wait for the vertical speed to catch up.
Okay.
So maybe a little bit more nose up because you went a little under 4 there. That's fine.
Guys, once again, we're with YourSimCFI, and we're just doing a really impromptu, unscheduled stream today. I had some time after I knocked off work a little bit. Okay, I didn't pull my power back because I was talking about the stream.
You're all good.
And we're just doing some, like I said, unscheduled live stream, impromptu flight training, not using any autopilot at all. Totally hand flying the 737-800. Man,
I'm doing really well as well.
Okay, we're heading up. We're a little south of southwest of Pueblo. Pueblo should be off in that white spot over there. Okay, let's see if I can get my little power, a little bit of nose up, get back to that level point.
The next thing we're going to do is a climb. So you can stay here if you'd like. So we're going to maintain 250 knots. We're going to climb up to, let's say, 12,000 feet. So if you'd like to scroll your MCP up to 12.
Okay.
Kind of set that for yourself before we start. What do you think you're going to start to do in the climb portion here?
And we want to hold 250, right?
Correct.
Well, we're going to bring the nose up some. We're going to add some more power.
Okay. AP. Yep. That's AP. Maybe a bit more thrust there.
Yep. Trying to hold
it. Left on heading.
Yep. Back to the left. Yeah, we got to get over Cheyenne Mountain, which is that low part of that ridge coming up there.
Yeah,
okay.
So we're climbing well. You can ask yourself, hey, speed's decreasing, so let's add, there you go, a bit more thrust in there. Awesome.
Let me get back on my heading as well.
And you'll start to do all of this naturally. You won't even think about it. But now we're kind of dissecting and going for each piece.
Let me go ahead and get you to go ahead and speak up in that microphone a little bit. See if I don't.
Yeah, sorry.
Much better.
Now?
Yeah, much better.
So I was saying you'll start to do all of this naturally without thinking through piece for piece. I do this, 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 this. You like a robot, you start to get more natural, but this is kind of how it starts.
Okay. Now I've got a pretty good climb attitude. The speed is good. My hands are off the yoke.
Yeah.
As you can see in the throttle cam there, maybe just a little bit back on the speed and a little more trim.
It's 11 for 12 about to happen shortly, so be ready to level off. And I'll give you the rule of thumb once we kind of get leveled.
Okay.
When to level off. Probably should give it to you now, but at this current climb rate, you're going to start to aim for about 200 feet shy of your current altitude that you're trying to reach. So at 11,850-ish, 800, you can start to bring the nose back down nicely.
Copy that. Trying to get my heading back. But
yeah, that's fine. screen is. Here it is. Start pushing that plane, 700, sorry. There we go. Start pushing that nose down to 4 degrees. Reduce the power a little bit. Doesn't have to be happen instantly. Yep. Very small, smooth, slow corrections. You got people paying in the back, right?
Yep. Gave it just a tad bit more power. Yeah, I'm trying to get my heading as well as hold the 250 mark, and we're 40 feet shy of 12.
You just did a turn at 30 degrees, so I think you're more than capable of getting a couple degrees in here.
Oh yeah, okay. All right, let's get back down. Let's reduce our power.
Yeah, you don't need to do not that much. Just very small corrections. Doesn't take too much to start disrupting it.
Get the trim set to where it'll hold it.
Nice.
Okay, we're a little low.
Now up here, we're a little higher, a little less thinner air. It might need 5 degrees up here, potentially, maybe still 4.5. It might not be that big of a difference up here, but that's something to think about as you climb higher. Bring that nose down 5 degrees, not 10.
Yeah. That low ridge right here is Cheyenne Mountain, where the NORAD facilities are right down here. Here's Pikes Peak over on the left and Colorado Springs down below. Once again, you're on an impromptu live stream with YourSimCFI and Captain Jack here, just simply doing some manual flight training, guys, in the 737-800.
Yeah, and so what I used to teach is you're constantly asking yourself questions. So, altitude, starting to level off about now, speed, a little slow. These are all questions you can ask yourself. How's my speed? How's my altitude? How's my heading? How's my speed? How's my altitude? Just keep going back and forth.
Yeah, because you're scanning back and forth across all the
exactly
all the points.
Cool. Altitude looks okay. Heading looks pretty good, and we'll just increase the thrust a tiny bit. And as we increase thrust, the nose is going to go up, as you know now.
Yep.
So just be wary of that.
So we're going to keep the mark on that point, maybe just a little above 3 to 4 degrees. A little more speed, a little more power.
Exactly, yeah. You're in a jet. You gotta say thrust. You're gonna get slapped.
Thrust, okay. Yeah, right.
There's a lot of instructors that, hey, it's thrust. Like, whatever.
Hey guys, on the Wednesday night Captain Jack for Real stream, I think we're going to be going from somewhere like Houston or Dallas to Mexico City. That's what I really want to do. And we'll be featuring a video from YourSimCFI about the. Tell us about your new toy that you just got and did a video on there, buddy.
Oh yeah, the IMAX Crystal Light. Ordered it in June, just got delivered yesterday, 8th of September. Very nice. It came from a Reverb G2, so high resolution. The video is just on the unboxing of it. Tomorrow I'll be getting a Wingwin rudder pedal set as well, which I'll be reviewing as well, so that might be up for the in time for the stream as well.
Can't wait. Yeah, can't wait. Okay.
So looking pretty good. Why don't we start a turn? Let's take a right turn 360, descend to maintain 8,000.
360, descend and maintain 8,000. We'll get those dialed in.
And maintaining 250 knots.
Boy, you just asked for everything, don't you?
All three. Start putting them together.
That's Cheyenne Mountain right there. I have a radio transmitter up there in real life.
That's cool. You can check to see if it's still working on it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so you wanted me at...
For the right turn, 020.
Okay, 020.
And 250 knots down to 8,000.
250 knots down to 8,000.
And this is going to get harder later, and I'll show you how it's going to get harder.
That's already hard.
We'll have some fun.
Yep, Cheyenne Mountain. Oh, there's my road. There's the transmitter site road I drive up. Okay, we're holding 250. I was descending. Now I'm not. Hey, look,
That's
you can see the radio towers. Okay, we'll probably lose stuff here for just a minute. I'll try to maintain
That's all good.
But can you see the radio towers in the stream?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's we love VFR being able to make those towers appear on top of the mountain. That was really cool. That's what it looks like.
That's
And
pretty cool.
yeah, that's what it looks like in real life, guys. Okay, well, we're descending pretty well.
Yep. I'm gonna start calling less errors out more and more as we go.
Okay.
But ATC would, in a small plane, 500 a minute or more. In a jet like this, they'd want 1,000 feet a minute at least. They'll start ringing you up like, "Hey, expedite your descent, traffic, or whatever."
Okay. All right, we'll get the nose down to about 1,000 feet a minute. We'll try to use the same principles in holding that 1,000-foot descent a minute. 250, 1,000 feet on descent. I'm going to try to hold that heading back. Nose up just a little bit. Power back up just a smidge. No, come on, airplane. Do what I'm telling you. 1,000 feet per minute, 250 knots. I'm getting off my my trim point here.
All good. Hold the airplane where you want it. As you're holding it, trim it there.
And pay attention to what you're doing.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Get better. At 10,100. Okay, that's pretty. Almost was pretty nominal right there.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, we're doing
close
all right.
enough.
Trim to hold. There's your 1,000 feet. 255. I'm going to bring the power back just ever so slightly.
Okay.
Now, 8,000 feet is going to put us pretty low.
Yeah, we'll start climbing again.
I think we better make it 9 here over Colorado Springs.
Sure. I haven't had the radar altimeter chime yet. That comes out at 2,500, but up to you.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. We'll keep going.
Unless your radar altimeter broke, but that should activate at 25.
It shouldn't be. Let's see. Let's get our set to radio.
Oh, that's minimum size, nothing to do with it.
Oh,
You're
that's
good.
right. Yeah. Okay.
You're good. Just visually looking outside at 1,000 feet, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
For visual, right?
There's our 2,500.
There it
All
is.
right. Let's level
25
up.
at 9, which means you'll be 15 at 8,000.
Okay, now we're going to reset our 250 and level. That ended up being easier.
Yeah. We're going to stay at 9?
I'm sorry, say again?
We're staying at 9?
Yeah. I'm only 20 feet under. Jeez, give me a break. No, I'm
We're
kidding.
supposed to go down to 8.
Oh, I thought we were going to stay at 9 because we hit the 20.
That's fine. I got confused because we can go as low as you like. It's a sim, but we can climb back up shortly. We'll do a lot more climbs.
No, I'm having
so you
a
kind of. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say I'm kind of having a little trouble holding because I wasn't watching the right thing here.
That's all good.
Okay, now we're getting back on track a little bit, a little more power. Attitude, power. What's the T for now? I forget.
Trim if you need.
Trim, thank you.
If you need to.
I love trim. Okay. A little low. Let's get back up. Not too much.
Yeah. Remember, as we talked about, 4 degrees, 250 was level.
Yeah.
So 10 degrees will be sailing past.
Tell you what,
wanna-
guys, if you haven't tried this, you ought to kind of see what we're doing in the video and give it a shot. Okay, let's get back. A little more power. Just a little bit of descent back to 9,000. Let's real easy to go just a little too far.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we're going to...
If you're getting closer back to the airport you started at, we can end off, because I'll be going soon, we can end off with an approach. If you want to maybe throw the autopilot on in a straight level kind of condition and start setting up a quick ILS or something.
we still have quite a ways to go to get up and do a circle around Denver.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, you know what, though? Actually, with that wind the way it was, yeah, we may need to come in on like 3-4 right. So I tell you what, let's go ahead and kind of get set up for that. So we're going to go ahead and select heading. Wait a minute, flight director's on. You see, SimCFI would not let me turn the flight directors on in the beginning. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to go to 9,000. We're actually going to need to be at about 10,000 for the approach. So
Sure. Yeah, you can set that up for yourself.
okay. So yeah, we'll go ahead and go to 10. We'll get back on heading. Let's see what the METAR for Denver says for landing. Okay, we're back in the autopilot now. You know, actually, we're going to want to land on... The wind is coming from the west-southwest. It's coming from about 240.
Looks like they're using the north-south runways.
Yep.
I can see.
Yeah, so we can come in on the runway we took off, which is runway 17 right. So we'll go ahead and get...
Really quick, if you can go back to the plane, you'll notice you're actually still descending. I don't think it captured the altitude.
let's see what we got.
Start maybe
10,000.
Yeah, quick vertical speed up.
Yep.
Go.
Oh, I can do that here.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were clicking. I'm like, didn't you buy an FCU? Yeah, just 400 a minute or something.
Yeah. All right.
Cool. Program away.
Okay, so once again, we're going to get 108.5 in the nav radios just to get us. The idea is to mainly hand fly, though, isn't it?
It is. Once you're all set up, I mean, you can do this off autopilot, which I recommend. If you can do all that with autopilot on, go ahead. But get all set up, and then once we go on the approach, we'll have flight directors off. We'll fly raw.ils, all manually flown.
All right,
and,
sounds good.
Bad vectors by me.
Okay, standby one. Okay, that's all good. All right. Once again, thanks for joining us here today, guys. An impromptu, unscheduled live stream with YourSimCFI and the Captain Jack channel. We thought we'd just put this up real quick because he and I had both had about an hour and a half or so free this afternoon. And I clocked out a little bit early from work, and we thought we'd do a video here. Hey, pilot Scott is here. Scott says, you're on early, sitting here in my car, kicked out of his house for another showing. Just got off the sim myself. Scott said, I'm from the FAA, and I'm here to help. Hey, Scott, good to have you in here today, man. I don't really have my camera set up. I don't have my game face on. You know, that's neither here nor there. And SimCFI is joining me here live this afternoon. This is a kind of something that we've been threatening to do for quite some time. Is kind of have an impromptu flight stream and be showing some procedures, some hand flying procedures, as it were, in the 737-800 here. Not really going to do a lot on camera necessarily today. But we're going to go ahead and get ready to practice some hand flying. And once again, CFI, what kind of landing did you say we're going to be doing?
You can just set up for the Cat 1 ILS, and then you won't have any flight directors, but you will have the localizer as a diamond, and you'll have a glide slope as a diamond on your PFD, just no flight directors.
Roger that. Okay.
And I'll specify the hand flying is, if you rather don't know, it's not specific to 37, it's just basic foundation of flying any airplane that we're just kind of covering, just to get them used to higher than this fly.
Uh-oh. I just got a fuel warning. Let's see. What do we got for fuel? Ooh, no, we got plenty of fuel.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, we got plenty of fuel. Okay, we're good.
Cool. So it's all programmed in?
Yeah, I've got the ILS frequencies in the radio. And
we can go to the FMC and go direct Denver.
Let's see. Okay, let's set that up too.
Go to the initial fix on the approach there. RTE.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then previous page. And then Denver to Denver.
Rid of that. We're going to be arriving on 17 right. That's really about it.
Looks like they're using the opposite sides, the 3.5s today, at least on FlightAware.
Or are we going south to landing south to north?
Landing northbound.
Oh.
Is what I see on flight radar. But you can just put clear skies in the weather and just kind of call it there. You already programmed this.
Well, I mean, we can change this easy enough.
Yeah,
however,
anything you like. I don't really, I don't mind anything. Whatever.
You know, it's gonna. You know what? According to the METAR, the wind is from 260.
Yep.
So yeah, let's go ahead and land north to south then. Airport is off over to our left out there somewhere.
So you can start turning left towards it, just so we get a bit closer. Maybe heading of. You have it displayed on is KDEN on that ND there.
Yeah.
Left turn.
Yeah, it's
it's
already. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the moment. I'm also watching this on my flyplan.go app, which is what I use to vector myself. So we're going to turn left 353. That'll put us on a parallel with the runway.
Well, that's going to be the wrong runway.
No, we're going to land from north to south on 17 right.
Oh, you're going to land 17. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Keep 17.
That'll be more into the wind.
Yeah. It's pretty much split down the middle. How's fast the wind?
4 knots.
Nah, whatever. You can let whatever you want.
Yeah. you know, for that matter, we could go to the east and come back in on 2.5 or 2.6, and it'd be almost directly into the wind.
Yeah, I mean it's 4 knots. The wind isn't going to be much at 4.
Yeah,
even if you had headwind.
No big deal.
It's not gusting, not variable, so
and,
light and calm.
Yeah, and you know me. The other thing I like to do is we're going to go ahead and set up our fix rings.
Sure. I'll mention with that METAR wind, that METAR was reported on the hour. A wind like 4 knots, when it's light and calm, the windsock's just kind of dangling, moving. So don't get too fixated on the numbers of 260, 4 knots. It's going to be changed by the time you get to the threshold.
Right.
So.
Okay, so we've got all this in here. We don't have any flaps or any landing situational set up just yet.
Yeah, but the frequencies are plugged in. We have a general kind of approach to get fixed ring set up. So when ready, you can take yourself off autopilot, and you can arm the speed brakes, kind of get everything kind of sorted before you do so.
Okay, speed brakes are armed. All right, so we're kind of at a good spot here.
Yeah, if you could reduce the range of your ND so I can read it a bit. It's kind of cluttered.
Okay.
Just a bit. Perfect. Yeah, we're looking good. Cool.
Well,
You can go manual, and
okay.
flight director's off when ready.
Okay, let's take our auto thrust off to start with.
Sure. Yeah. Get the power all
And
situated.
yeah, we're holding about 250. That looks good. I'm going to take the flight directors off. Once again, guys, this is a live stream with YourSimCFI. Okay, I have the aircraft. And we're going to try to stay right in here where we're supposed to be. YourSimCFI is here. We're doing basically just some little live flight training on an impromptu stream here on a Monday. I have a ham radio net that I have to do this evening, so there won't be a live stream, but I will be back next Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, and I'll be back next Monday.
I'll be reserved tomorrow, so probably home.
Right on.
But yeah, if you're off autopilot, we can go ahead and let's start. Let's go left-hand turn to 2. See if I can read that there. 310, left-hand turn 310. Maintain 10 for now.
310, maintain. We're a little low. So we'll pop that nose back up and get a little more power back in there.
I pulled up the chart as well for 17 right, so I have a bit of an idea of the altitudes they want you at as well.
Okay. And you're going to perform ATC control here.
Yeah, I can make it professional. I can kind of just talk to you like a friend, whatever way you like me to do it, but I'll kind of vector you around.
No, go ahead and be ATC. We'll do that for a minute.
Cool. What's your call sign?
Oh boy.
I call you Jack.
Just
Jack
call me.
23.
Yeah. You know what? Call me a Jack 909. It's my birthday today.
Okay. Oh, happy birthday.
Hey, thanks, man.
I didn't even know that. Jack 909. Okay. Cool.
Okay, we're a little low. Speed heading altitude. Or speed altitude heading, one or the other.
You can almost go between left to right if you look straight down the middle of the PFD. The 2 tapes there plus the middle of the PFD. You can kind of just go left and right, really.
Yep, for sure.
Until the raw.ILS starts to play a part in it.
Yep. Okay, coming around,
Jack,
we're going to roll out.
Jack 909, left turn 270, descend and maintain 7,000.
Turn left 270, descend and maintain 9,000, Jack 909. Okay.
Jack 909, descend and maintain 7,000.
7,000.
Yeah, 7,000. I gotta pull up my chart here.
Yeah, that.
Did I read that wrong?
No, I think,
Yeah,
no,
good.
sounds about right.
How's all that high altitude air? I live where it's flat.
Right. You know, you live here, you don't notice it. Okay, we're descending at about 1,000 feet a minute. Airspeed's a little hot, though. Let's roll out.
And then I won't tell you when to do flaps and stuff. I might give you speeds, but it'll be up to you to start getting bigger for landing, just like ATC would, unless something's going wrong. I can jump in.
Okay, well, we're going to go flaps 5 right now at this point.
As long as the speed, you're going to overspeed for flap 5.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be overspeed for that.
Yep. You can slow it. So Jack 909 descend or slow speed 200.
200, Jack 909.
And just confirm Jack 909, you're on the descent 7,000.
On descent to 7,000 momentarily. There we go. Boy, now see, this is where it's getting tough, dude.
Yeah. All starts to stack up. Same thing though. You're descending, so power, attitude, trim. Reduce the thrust. Even idle if you want, you'll descend faster, but
yeah,
depending on how fast you want to descend.
Trying to hold 1,000 feet for a minute and try to get down to 200.
1,000 is the minimum. You could do more than 1,000. It's whatever you want. Yeah, well, not, don't go crazy. I'll go past like 35 or whatever, but. And you can reduce your speed back to knots. Now you can grab your flap 5 if you wanted it.
Yep.
And then I would get in the habit of keep scrolling that ND, that navigation screen, just kind of keep zooming out and out as you get closer, so you can get a bigger, better picture of what's happening.
Yeah.
Before that even comes out. Jack 909, left 10 degrees, 265.
Left 10.
Am I reading that right?
No.
Yeah. I can't see. 245.
245. Okay, left 245, Jack 909.
I have to zoom in on my Discord.
Tricky, tricky.
It's 8 for 7, so you know you're starting to level off. That's fine. Your speed's coming back nicely. And we have you way out in final, so you got a long time to kind of get used to it. I got you low already, so we're not going to do all these step descents. I got you low and ready to intercept.
Okay, there's 200.
2500.
Right out to live. Jack 909, turn left 235. Clear for the approach. ILS 178.
235, turn 235, clear for the approach, ILS 17 right, Jack 909. Okay. Okay, now, oh,
Yeah,
I was nosing up. I was nosing
There you
up.
go.
Need to trim,
Exactly.
find the trim.
That heading come and gone.
Yep.
Back to that. It's all good. A little bit of rest.
Okay, let's get back to our, yep, I'm low.
Yeah, probably around again the 4-5 area will probably maintain. It'll be kind of a trial and error right now, but
Yep.
roughly. So you're clear for the approach. You can go ahead and press approach mode, right? And arm yourself up. Although that might bring the actual flight director. Yeah, it won't even work. So you have to do it all manually.
That's all right.
This will be fun.
Okay, we're going to change our heading to 173. Oh, my speed is down. See, I looked away for just a second.
Yep, push the nose down first. Get that nose down, because that's how you break stall if it happens, right? First, just a little bit, and you can add your thrust in for 200. You can start slowing as well if you need it. Quite far, so.
Yeah, we're coming in on the
Yeah, start turning
localizer.
left. Localizer's alive. Start turning left on the heading at 173. About a 30-degree turn. Let's bank a bit more, bank a bit more, bank a bit more, bank a bit more. We're probably going to blow through, but that's fine for practice. Just kind of keep that 30-degree turn and don't go more than 30. Yeah, bring that nose up. The descent there.
Yeah, we blew through the.
That's fine. You're going to turn left just instead of 173, turn to 160, just a very tiny intercept.
Yep.
And we'll just slowly get back on track. The localizer is still alive. It's still capturable.
Yep.
And you can slow to 180 if you like. We're having 200 problems. We're getting close anyways now. So. Yeah, pull up for the nose. Runway's in sight.
Yep. Runway's on.
Yeah, jump 40 feet.
Okay, we're coming back on. We're going to capture from below the glide slope.
Yeah, localizer's coming back, so you can come back right. So you're going to add right turn, a little bit of thrust, a little bit of back pressure. Right, thrust, back pressure.
Right, thrust, back pressure.
So we blew through again, but that's just a very slight. That's okay. You can correct that. Let's come right a bit more than 170.
Correcting.
Yep, we're still descending. Bring that nose back up.
1000.
It's going to be a lot higher of a nose because we're slower now, right? It's not going to be 4 anymore. It's probably be 6, 7 degrees, right?
Yep.
Slower.
Okay.
More angle of attack required. That's looking good. Yep. And then they would transfer you to tower, but I'm going to skip that. They give you a tower frequency.
Yep.
We'll say you're clear to land. So, right.
Okay, let's go ahead and go flaps 15.
Yeah, grab the gear when you like.
Yep, gear down.
Okay, keep that nose. The glide slope's not there, so keep holding that nose up. Holding that nose up.
Light
Yep.
slope.
Oh, man.
Yep, that's fine. Keep holding the nose
Light
up.
slope.
Let it descend. we're going to capture quite late because we got quite low on the approach there.
Yep. Well, we're going to back it up and do it again.
Sure, yeah, you can go flat 20 is more trim nose up.
Let's get back on the center line.
Yeah, flat there, you already did, perfect. You can add thrust for 140 knots or so. Okay, hold that altitude for now. The glide slope is coming down. So hold it up, don't descend. A little more thrust. Yeah.
Yep, she's going to holler at me.
Oh, yeah.
That diamond is not coming in. I'm still low. Huh?
Yep, still low. That's good. It's going to start coming down. It's going to come really quickly, though. You can focus outside. I'm visually outside the runway now.
I'm on the visual.
Yeah, push down a little bit here. Tiny bit. Wouldn't reduce your thrust. I'd keep the thrust in.
Oh, I got to stall.
Yep, that's fine.
30.
There you go.
20. 10.
Idle.
Reversers.
That's it. You can accelerate back to 130, 145.
Yeah.
You can zoom it back to. Brain hurt yet?
A little bit.
So what happened there is we got really low. Obviously, it would have been a go around in real life. We're not going to talk about that, but for training wise, we kept it going. And then.
Okay. Now we're going to bring it back.
There.
And we're going to do it again.
That's probably good enough, high enough wise.
Yeah, let me get back with the. Okay, I'll be to the right of the localizer, but right on the mark for the.
I would give yourself a bit more backwards just to give yourself some time to.
Actually, we're going to be good here. Okay, now the thing that I need to remember that's very important is to keep that nose and use that attitude indicator.
Yeah. So here we are on the glide slope, and you're going to want to maintain roughly about 800 feet per minute. Roughly. Nothing crazy.
Yep.
If you're doing more than 800, you're going to start getting low. If you're doing less, you're going to start getting high. So
By the way, that last landing was a minus 235 for those who care.
Touchdown zone. If you want.
Good for me.
That's it. A little bit of thrust, a little bit of nose up. All right, we're doing more than 800. Now that glide slope's starting to drift high, right?
Yep.
You'll have to do less than 800 to get it back.
Yep, we'll get it back here.
Yeah, probably about.
Nose up. Just keep your speed up a little bit. Keep that nose up. Let's trim it up.
Exactly.
Just slightly below the diamond.
1,000.
I don't know if I'd call this a stabilized approach or not.
Well, we're VFR, so stable's at 500. There we go. So that's perfect. You
Quick
kind of hold that.
Quick.
Maybe. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say quick glances outside, but yeah.
That's it. Yep. If you got it, use it. Start bringing the nose back up a tiny bit. We're going to start getting too low quickly here. A little bit of thrust, a little bit of nose up. You can make quick, fast movements. The controls will be sluggish. You might have to make quicker movements than before.
Okay. I feel like I'm too fast. And I'm above now. Let's get back on it.
Yeah, once you're this close, it doesn't take that. It takes very little.
Yeah.
200.
Focus outside those pappies there.
Yep. On the touchdown markers.
Sync rate.
Okay, eyes down the runway.
Down the runway.
20.
Idle.
Idle.
10.
Up.
Okay.
The nose was a little flat, but more than the touchdown part was more than fine. Approach, we got to work a little bit of the kinks out, getting better.
Okay, let's get back up to 140. Man, this is great training because I see exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, I saw Scott's comment. I'm in the airline world as well. I fly the CRJ. It's different for us, I guess. Yeah, 500 for us VFR. You're visual, stable. 1,000 feet IFR. So it might be different than the plane you fly or the airline you fly. But 500 for us is fine.
Okay, there we're at about 6 miles out.
Cool, cool, cool.
Okay, back to it. Inside. Okay, let's get all of our parameters reset. Yeah, you're gonna. Is she gonna bitch?
Yeah,
Our
it's gonna
complain
honk,
a little
yeah.
bit.
Positive rate of climb.
Okay, the glide's still coming in nicely.
Yep.
Descend with it to capture.
Yeah, the speed needs to come back. Okay. This time I'm going to keep my attitude point fixed. Need to come back to the left a little bit. Speed's coming down nicely. We're staying pretty close.
And you do have the visual cues currently to help as well.
Yep. I'm really trying to learn how to keep that marker, though, at the 3-degree
1,000.
point.
Yeah, well, 3 won't always match up with the PUP.
Yeah, sure.
It's a 3 descent angle, not pitch angle.
That last landing, by the way, for anybody who cares, was a minus 245. And you know what? Anything under 300, I am super happy.
Ooh, yeah, I'd focus back on the plane. We got the airspeed guy going on.
Yep, I'm watching. Yeah, and I'm under.
Airspeed low. Airspeed low. 500.
Pretty heavy as well.
Yeah,
So, probably going to be counting for the fast speed here.
yeah, and I'm off to the left.
That's fine. Very small corrections. A little bit nose down. Back to the right. A little bit of power reduction. Back to the left.
300.
Steer her in there. Keep her flying. I'm above the glide slope.
That's fine. Don't push
Yep.
any more down.
Yep, we're fine.
There you go.
100.
You'll start getting it back shortly here.
Throttle back.
50.
Eyes the end of the runway. Nose up.
20.
Come on, sit down.
10.
Rudder to the
Gee,
right.
yeah. Yeah, I'm long this time.
Yeah. The reason was, I'll wait until you're stopped. Yep.
However, that was a minus 121, but it was totally illegal, so I don't know. Okay. Let's do it again. How are
Yeah,
you
the flare
time?
was-
How are you time-wise, CFI?
Time-wise, I pretty much have to go in 5 minutes. Probably the last landing.
All right, let's do this last one, and then we'll call it a stream here. Thanks. Oh, wait a minute. What'd I do? Wrong button. And I forget what button to hit. Come on. There we go. Okay.
And for this last one, if you'd like, you can throw up the flight directors, and you can see if your flying is improved. Once you have flight directors back, you can kind of use that as a tool. Kind of do one last one. If you're flying.
Let's see if I'm gonna have time to do it. Okay.
Sure.
Here and there. Okay,
Your
we'll try
speed
to.
will be really high from it before as well.
Yeah, we're gonna see if we can get down here. Okay, flight directors are on.
Yep. Well,
I need to pay attention to what I'm flying here, and we're way too fast.
Hey Scott, saw the question. I'll probably text you on Discord. I don't want to say the airline on the stream, but yeah, definitely in the sim it does allow flexibility. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. I'm too fast. Yeah, I would just bring yourself back, and then we'll activate the approach.
Yeah, let's do that again. Okay.
Pilot Grayson says hi.
Hey, Grayson, how you doing, man? Okay, that's 5 miles out.
Yeah, I'd give yourself 7. Give yourself more.
Okay.
Because you have to hit approach mode as well and get it all captured and all that.
Okay, there's 7. All right. And
Shoot
here
out
we
of the
go.
cannons. Go ahead and click approach.
Not activating.
Make sure the other flight director's on as well.
Yep, both of them should be. They're both on. Nope. Oh, there it is. Okay, it came
There you
up.
And you are going to want to hold your altitude and
Yeah.
right now go back to the right. localizer capture. So you got the flight director for the left and right, so you don't have flight director for up and down. We're still descending. We
Yeah.
do not want to be descending.
Sorry, I was having a fool with the other controls there.
All good.
All right, let's see if we can get back balanced out here.
Yeah, and you can put yourself right on that vertical line in the flight director bar. Put yourself right on that bar, so you can come right. Perfect. That's going to bring you back to the localizer. And we're just going to hold what you're holding.
Yep.
Until that glide slope comes in there. Very small movements. Remember, fingertip flying if you need to. In the sim, it's very touchy in the sim compared to real life flying.
Yeah, and I got to get the trim back where it needs to be too.
I just did my recurrent for the recurrent 6 months, and that sim, it's so touchy compared to real plane. Looking good.
Yeah, this is actually not bad now.
Glide slope alive.
Yep, here she comes.
Speed is decreasing a bit.
Gonna nose down just ever so slightly.
I don't need to just yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Light slope.
We'll never catch it. Do what you do till it's about just about to touch the line, then you can start going.
Yep. Yeah, guys, this is all total hand flying stuff. Although it doesn't look like anybody's watching at the moment, but somebody will probably watch the replay.
That's fine. Let's bring ourselves up a bit more to capture it.
Yep.
500. 400.
Yeah, so we're still descending steeper than the glide slope, you'll never capture. But that's fine. You can use the outside reference.
300.
Okay, landed the visual.
Light slope. Light slope. Light slope. Light slope.
A little more, bro.
100. 50.
Eyes in the runway.
20.
Throttle back.
10. Airspeed low. Airspeed low.
Yeah, that was a little harder.
Yeah, it was a late flare.
Yeah.
But when I was saying hold altitude, we were descending the entire time, so we would never caught the glide slope there.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, we're making progress.
All right, very good. Well, once again, guys, an impromptu stream here with SimCFI, and we'll be doing some more of these as time goes on. Some flight training and all that kind of thing on the Captain Jack stream. Appreciate those of you who stopped in. If you're going to be watching this in the replay, thanks for doing that. Be sure to smash that thumbs up button for me if you would. And we will see you Wednesday evening. Let's see. Yeah, let's do that. We'll see you Wednesday evening, and I hope that you have a great couple of days here. Thanks for joining us once again, impromptu, on a Monday afternoon. SimCFI, thanks, buddy. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, no worries. Hope it helped. Maybe we'll do a recap in the future, and we'll go back and revisit the landings again.
Okay, very good. All right, guys, we will see you Wednesday night. Pilot Grayson is still here. Thanks so much. Scott, thanks for stopping in. Everybody who stopped in, Aviation Geek Owls, all you guys, be sure to check out all those guys' times and streams and everything. And we'll see you Wednesday evening. God bless you. And let's see, I don't have everything set up the way I normally do, but anyway, remember, Captain Jack loves your shows. See you later. Are you still there, Matt?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, I just had